Hello BookTube, my name is Chrissy and welcome to my channel. I am doing the over 30 BookTube tag, originally created by Emily from Ink Not Blood, and I was tagged by Amy from Amy Gets Lit. I will of course be linking both their videos down in the description below, and thank you so much Amy for tagging me in this, and also for very politely asking me my age. So let's get started. The first prompt is, name one of your favorite books that features a protagonist who is 30 or older. I picked the book Into the Drowning Deep by Mira Grant, aka Shannon McGuire, and I chose this because there is Dr. Gillian Toth, who is a scientist and she's a BAMF, so she's amazing. She has a grown daughter. She is, I think, close to 50 or in her 50s? Something along those lines. She's either in her mid to late 40s or in her 50s, and she's still very much a powerful lady and a force of nature, and I love her for it. Number 2, name a book that represents who you were when you were younger. And I picked Alana, the first book in the Song of the Lioness quartet by Tamara Pierce. And I chose this because Alana is a gal who does not want to do the things that are typical for girls to do in her world. She doesn't think that they're necessarily bad things, as far as I can remember, but she just doesn't want to do them. She doesn't want to go to this convent to learn magic. Instead, she wants to, play with swords, and she wants to be a knight, and I think that's amazing. It reminds me of when I was younger. I just didn't want to do the things that are typical for girls to do. I wanted to do other stuff. So I very much feel this book and the character, and I still love this series to this day. If you have not read it yet, get it. Borrow it from the library. Do what you gotta do. Great fantasy book, and Tamara Pierce is a fantastic author. Number 3 is, name a book that represents where you are in your life right now. After the Golden Age by Carrie Vaughn. Not only because it makes a terrific joke for that I'm not in my 20s anymore, but also it kind of represents where I'm at now as far as the books that I like. I like to look at more of the complexities of, say, like a superhero's life, not just that they're going to fight crime, but rather how they're going to balance family and how they balance relationships. This is such a great book that showcases that, and also showcases how that parents can have certain expectations of their children and what happens when those expectations are not met. So this is a great example of that, and a great example of a father-daughter relationship. So very much a great book. I have the second, I think it's a duology, and I have the second book that I need to read, but Carrie Vaughn is a very good author, I think, and I think she just does remarkably well. Number 4 is, name a book that represents something that has never changed about you. And I picked The Golden Ass. Do I really need to say why? Number 5 is, name one of your favorite classics. And I personally really love Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. It's one of my favorite classics. I haven't reread it in a long time, but I've loved the book when I read it. I loved every single adaptation that's come out, including that web series that was on YouTube, where it was a modern day, and I loved that series as well. I still watch it every now and then. But I love that so much. I once had a friend tell me that they didn't really like it because it's just people being polite to one another, and rather being salty but still being polite, and it's this polite society kind of thing. But personally, I kind of like that, where, you're insulting someone, but in such a way that they can't really deem whether it's truly an insult or whether it's out of politeness. I like that. And last but not least, number 6, name a book you like or would like to read that was published in the year that you were born. So I was born in 1987, and the book that I chose is Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency by Douglas Adams. And really, because it's Douglas Adams, and I did not know that he wrote a book in the year that I was born. So I need to get that and read it. Quick. So now it's time to tag people. If you're over 30, please do this tag. And if you're watching this video, I open it up to everyone who's watching that's over 30 and who hasn't done it already. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please click that thumbs up button. If you like seeing this face talk about books, click that subscribe button, and as always and forever, may you get lost in the book.